Good morning. Oh, sorry, hold on. The mic isn't down. It's gonna be loud. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I had to put the mic down because I forgot that it was up. Alright. We just got to talk to Parthenax, who's a freaking dragon. It's awesome. He's so cool. He and Arngir told us to find an Elder Scroll. And their best guess is that the mages at the College of Winterhold would probably know the best. So, yeah. Daro'Mei gets to go to school. She wants to go to school anyway because, she wants to learn magic better anyway. Go restoration. Let's go ahead and get that on.
Divine smile on you, friend.
Oh, no.
I am an apprenticed wizard, not a pack mule. Oh, very well, but make it quick. Let's get going then.
He's back in his school uniform. Basically. Yeah, so the level of mage robes that they have, hers is novice, which is the very first level. His is adept, which is the third level.
Mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good bandit raid.
You want bandits
Hard to
raiding
believe I
the
ever
city?
complained about Riften being cold.
Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, so novice is the first level. What was the other one? It was in here. Maybe I put it away. Okay. Yeah, but that's right. It's called apprentice. Apprentice is the second level. It's kind of like a darker blue robes. And then the orange ones are adept, so he's third level. Then after that is expert, and then master. So yeah. It's like, I'll tell you my headcanon story of Mark.
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry.
Okay.
Oh, forgive me. Most who arrive here do so because they have heard of the college beforehand. This is the College of Winterhold, a safe haven for mages in Skyrim, a place of wisdom and arcane knowledge. I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it. The more important question is, why are you here? Perhaps, but what is it you expect to find within?
I want to use the power of ice and fire to destroy any who oppose me. I seek the knowledge of the Elder Scrolls. I desire to bend the will of those around me. No. I want to unravel the mysteries of Aetherius. That was probably Mark's answer. I just want to see what it looks like inside.
Do you? It is true there are some here who have spent years studying the accumulated knowledge of the scrolls. But what you seek does not come easily, and can destroy those without a strong will. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will.
This basically just gets you in straight away. Oh.
Excellent. Those invested in restoration magic find healing hands to be essential. Can you cast it on me?
Yeah.
That would prove your skill. I look forward to it. Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me. Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it, but the college lives on.
Glowy goo! Glowy goo! Yeah! Probably getting radiation.
No matter what,
Whoops.
the college will endure.
Oh.
You guys need to fix your bridge. You know, or at least put up some kind of railing. So yeah, during windstorms, someone's gonna come walking by and whoa off the edge with a good gust. That doesn't seem really? I guess that might have happened during the Great Collapse, or I forgot what it was called. But yeah. I'm all chastising them about the bridge, which is also kind of broken down below too. I don't know how it's staying up. Fantasy.
The college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed or unappreciated.
Thank you.
You are new here, are you not? We have not spoken. Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Savos Arin, Archmage of the College of Winterhold. I am quite content to see nearly any aspect of magic explored and investigated here. But I do not and will not approve of any research or experiments that cause purposeful harm to your fellow members of the college. Are we clear? Not often, no. Some risks must be taken to be sure. I am simply trying to avoid untimely deaths. We also must make an effort to avoid worsening what Skyrim thinks of us. All right then.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind the decision.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find the Thalmor received no such treatment here. You are a guest of the college, here at the pleasure of the Archmage. I hope you appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, of course. The Archmage has my thanks.
Very good. Then we're done here. Welcome to the college. Another new student. I'm surprised at how many of you there are lately. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, you may find them more to your liking than your current clothes. I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin?
I got novice boots, yay! Oh, and a hood.
Wonderful. Please follow me, and don't wander off. The College of Winterhold has been a fixture in Skyrim for thousands of years.
I'm gonna put on my boots. I'm gonna put on my boots. And my hood. There we go. Yeah.
The prominent feature here is the Hall of the Elements. It's our primary location for lectures, practice sessions, and general meetings. The Arcanium is located above the hall, and the Archmage's quarters above that. While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please follow me, I'll show you the living quarters. Unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local Nords. We don't anticipate any real violence, but it never hurts to be prepared. Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment. I'll ask that you please keep your voice down while inside, as others may be working on research or delicate experiments. Now I'll show you to your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others. Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions. After I finish showing you the grounds, we can talk.
There we go, now she's out.
I'm working on some very important research, I assure you.
Initially, you'll be learning from Tolfdir, one of our most esteemed wizards.
The exact nature of my research is a secret, I'm afraid, but it really is quite valuable.
So why are you telling me about it? Sorry.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several, if you're talented. It's no secret that the college's reputation in Skyrim is tainted.
We'll find out more about that a little bit later. Oh, she's waiting for me, I guess.
Tolfdir is likely already addressing the new apprentices. Go on in, and if you have any problems, let one of our senior members know.
Thanks, Mark, for holding the fire right up against my face. I really appreciate that. Singeing my whiskers, yes, please. Oh my gosh.
It is not the place of the college to become involved in local politics. Purpose? I should think it's self-evident. Magic is a true power, not something to be shunned by commoners, or treated as an amusing diversion by politicians. It shapes worlds, creates and destroys life. It deserves proper respect and study. The college is a place where we can focus on that, without the pressures of the world weighing down on us. I've seen documents dating back to the late Second Era. Beyond that, it's hard to say. Events in the last several hundred years resulted in a significant loss of our history, I'm afraid. The Great Collapse, as it has come to be known. An unfortunate natural disaster that ravaged the area. The college fared far better than the city of Winterhold, but it was not left untouched. No one is sure of the cause. Some believe the eruption of Red Mountain had far-reaching consequences that were only felt years later. I know there are some who have blamed the college, said that we were responsible. I assure you this is not the case. The Sea of Ghosts practically came alive. No one was expecting it. Monstrous waves battered the shore for weeks on end. Winterhold was ancient and weathered, but it couldn't withstand the sea's fury. Entire districts of the city were lost overnight. The waves receded in time, but the damage was irreversible. Most residents of Winterhold abandoned what was left of the city. The college survived, and so here we remain. Now if you'll excuse me.
So that's why Winterhold is so tiny, and
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several, if you're talented.
and why the college is kind of battered and the bridge is broken up. Why the college sits on this tall, weird spire. Is that Thalmor guy?
Another new apprentice, I see. Are you of the sort that believe you're here to change the world? Or are you only in it for yourself? I assure you that I shall be watching you, all of you, very closely. Your superior and I were simply having a discussion about my level of access to the college. Nothing you need to concern yourself with. I shall be quite capable of observing everything that goes on here. I am an advisor to the Archmage. The Thalmor wish to promote relations with your college. I am at the Archmage's disposal if he requires advice. Perhaps not as often as he should. In time, I believe he will be more trusting.
Oh, does he feel neglected? Freaking Thalmor.
Now that stability has been established between the Dominion and the Empire, we seek only to help Skyrim, to guide its people through this time of transition, to help lead them to a better future.
Sure. Yeah, Mark can feel the murder vibes coming off of Daro'Mei.
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen. So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very nature, volatile and dangerous. Unless you can control it, it can and will destroy you.
Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do? Not going to weigh in either way? I admire your restraint, but there are times when you must make decisions, even without all the facts. Rely on instinct.
We're all pretty new at this, right? Let's just give it a chance. What's the worst that could happen?
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells? That's what this lesson is for. Perfect time to try it out. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell, and keep it up. You have to keep your ward up, or else this won't work. I don't want to hurt you. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell, and keep it up. Hold still. Excellent work. Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history.
Enchanting services are one of the few
in the ruins of Saarthal nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you.
We have a field trip on the first day.
Good to see Skyrim still has such
Before you even ask, yes, I have an ancestry steeped in magic, and no, I don't want to talk about it. Yes, I know Winterhold used to be full of my kind, and no, I don't care that they're all gone now. Does that cover everything? No, I suppose we haven't. Brelyna Marion of House Telvanni. First of my family to leave Morrowind in a long time. Now I'm here to study conjuration. That's what's important. Didn't you know? Before the Oblivion Crisis, many elves called Winterhold their home. More visited the college from Morrowind every year. After, growing distrust of magic made life difficult for many. Some left rather than endure the growing hatred from the local Nords. Others returned home after the Red Year, when Vvardenfell erupted and caused much destruction. Winterhold itself died in the years between then and now. What's left out there is a husk. Only the college really remains. I know I don't like the way he looks at me. I can't tell if he expects me to blow myself up or to try and murder him. But he clearly doesn't trust any of us. So far, if only because no one is telling me how great I ought to be. I just want to learn. I don't want to think about what's expected of me.
She's wearing apprentice robes, so she's like a level 2. Which, personally, I find it interesting because she's here with a group of novels. First level students. So like my headcanon is that like she was at a different college or a different school, and the transfer didn't transfer all of her credits. So, but she's still gonna keep her second level robes on because she earned them. So yeah. Weird headcanon of why she's like in level 2 robes in a level 1 class. But anyway.
Not really. Just that it's very, very old. It was one of the first cities of men in Tamriel, I think.
Yeah, Saarthal is the place that we're going to go to for this field trip thing. I like the Brelyna.
Skyrim could not be more different from elsewhere. But magic is the same no matter where you go. You are new, yes? Have you mastered the expert level distraction spells yet? Is it? This is disappointing. Jezargo hoped there might be one who could keep pace with his accomplishments.
Sorry.
There is much for Jezargo to be sure of. There is skill in magic, there is charm, and there is a strong will. Jezargo will be successful. Of this there is no doubt. Oh yes, Jezargo hopes to find things that will make him a more powerful mage here. Hopefully small things that fit inside pockets and will not be noticed if they are missing.
Oh gosh.
Mages in Cyrodiil are all about politics. The Synod and the College of Whispers are too busy guarding secrets to bother to teach. Skyrim was not Jezargo's first choice, but Winterhold is removed from politics, dedicated to study. This is the place for Jezargo to become great.
Yeah, so the two colleges in Cyrodiil, College of Whispers, and the Synods? Anyway. Yeah, so there's two of them in Cyrodiil. The Synods are extremely political, and they are kind of almost tasked with keeping control or keeping their eye on the mages and stuff, or magi in Cyrodiil and other things. While the College of Whispers, they are a little more experimental, I guess you could say, a little more liberal. They probably dabble in necromancy, or at least try to. I don't remember, but either way, yeah, the Synods and many other oops.
Skyrim could not be more different from elsewhere, but magic is the same no matter where you go.
Yeah, anyway.
Oh, but you are wrong. The only reason you could disagree is because you are losing so badly you cannot see it.
Oh, burn.
Alright then.
College is a bit of an oddity in Skyrim. Magic isn't something that's looked upon fondly here.
This is Onmund. He's a cutie.
New here too,
or sweetheart, whatever.
I
Anyway.
hoped I wouldn't be the only Nord, but I should have known better.
Talking weird. Okay. Why aren't there many Nords?
Magic is shunned by most. If it can't be swung over your head and used to crack skulls, most Nords want nothing to do with it. Magic is seen as something for elves and weaker races. No offense, of course. I know he's from the Thalmor, and that he claims to be here simply as an advisor. I also know that no one really believes that. I've been trying to avoid him, honestly. Well, look at the evidence. Nords generally don't trust magic, so it's not off to a good start. Throw in the Oblivion Crisis, which was caused by magic users, and the troubles now with the Aldmeri Dominion, who are elves and magic users. And finally, take the fact that the college is the only thing left standing after most of Winterhold was destroyed. It's all fairly damning. Not at all. I consider it a blessing. My family was convinced coming here was a death sentence, or worse. It took years of insisting that this is what I'm meant to do. Until next time.
Alright. It's a fun little personal story thoughts like for Daro'Mei. Yeah, Mark, he's a pretty determined fellow, at least in my mind. I can see him wanting to become a master level, the highest level possible. But he's only in adept, like 3rd level mage robes right now. And also with the fact that he was just simply sitting on that bench in the inn called the Bee and Barb, like no actual home. Personally, I think that he moved to Skyrim from Cyrodiil and to go to college, similar to Jargo. But he ran out of money. So he couldn't finish, the poor guy.
You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronachs. Now, do you require assistance? Of course I do. If I didn't, most of these books would have been burned to ashes or dissolved to nothing before the 3rd era. Mages need to be reminded to be careful around research materials. A mage is only as good as what he knows. I try to make sure as much knowledge is available as possible. We've been keeping this collection since the 2nd era. Books have come and gone during that time, but it's mostly intact.
As a matter of fact, there are. Have you ever heard of Shalador? Immensely powerful mage, back in the 1st era. Had an understanding of magic few have ever matched. He holed himself up in Labyrinthian, and devoted all his time to research and study, but more than you would imagine possible. Since then, his writings have been scattered all over Skyrim, but are little use to anyone who can't translate them. I'm one of the few who can. I've heard whispers of more of his work having turned up. If you can track it down, it may prove useful to all of us.
Cool. I'm gonna go look for books for this awesome orc librarian. Yeah.
If you're feeling adventurous, I'm always looking for someone to procure valuable books from some more dangerous locations. Well, all right, here. I scribbled down the last place I'd heard about. Check it out, but be careful.
Alright, we have 2 books we're looking for now. As for... Okay, I am just
Assorted
curious.
books, scrolls. I'm sure you'll find something useful.
They're all just books. Okay, never mind.
And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about? Or are you just someone's errand girl?
Nah.
I knew it. Everyone comes in here expecting my help, but they don't even have the proper questions. An Elder Scroll is an instrument of immense knowledge and power. To read an Elder Scroll, a person must have the most rigorously trained mind, or else risk madness. Even so, the Divines usually take the reader's sight as a price. The simplest way to put it is knowledge, but there's nothing simple about an Elder Scroll. It's a reflection of all possible futures and all possible pasts. Each reader sees different reflections through different lenses, and may come away with a different reading. But at the same time, all of it is true. Even the falsehoods, especially the falsehoods.
That's confusing. So, yeah, we will learn more about the moth priests. Yeah, originated from Cyrodiil. Their whole purpose is to prepare to read Elder Scrolls and stuff. And yeah, like after reading enough of them, or like if they're not prepared, then yeah, they go blind.
It would take a month to explain to you how that very question doesn't even make sense. The scrolls exist here, with us, but also beyond and beneath, before and after. They are bits of divine-made substance, so we could know them. Sorry, talking about the scrolls, you usually end up in irritating and vague metaphors like that. Some people who study them devoutly go mad. Ah, you think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it? It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it. What about? Wait. Were you the one the Greybeards were calling? I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture. All right, then. Here you go. Try not to spill anything on them.
Books. Effects of the Elder Scrolls and ruminations on the Elder Scrolls. Thank you, Urag, right? Yes, Urag. We're gonna read these later because we have a class to get to.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear?
Got it. Rise and follow the blades. About the insane book. French author's writing. Under Saarthal. That's the quote-unquote field trip that they're going on. Knowledge. Talk to Esbern or Arngeir. Learn the location of the Elder Scroll. And that's what we're going to do when we get back. So I'm guessing this is what I need to do with Urag. That's another book that Urag wants me to find. Alright, we have plenty of things to do now. We're going to do more Elder Scroll research later. So we need to go meet our classmates over in Saarthal. So yeah, it's kind of funny. Yeah, let's take these brand new fresh students to an ancient ruin that's probably full of Draugr and other things, just like all other ancient Nordic ruins. Yeah, let's put our students in danger. Woohoo! It's a game. It happens. Okay, was there a passage? There kind of is. Let's see if we can. I think. Maybe I'm forgetting. No, there's not actually. I lied. What's wrong? Is there a way through? Nope. There's not. Back out. So apparently Daro'Mei, because she has a horse, she's one of those students that's like, oh yeah, I have a cool car. Everyone else doesn't have a horse. Anyway. Yeah. Ah, crap. Okay. I do not have any weapons set yet. Okay. Why is this not... Okay, that needs to be favorited. Ah, there we go. Goodness. Thank you, Mark. Yay. Get off the horse, thank you. Here, which shout is on? Nice. So, comic book story-wise, which, you know, it's not being a comic anymore. Sorry, I keep explaining that. Anyway, Daro'Mei's story. My personal opinion. I don't know what's going on. Ooh, someone just died. Oh, my horse just flew for a bit. And another one. So, basically Daro'Mei is... Oh yeah, I totally forgot to talk about this. When Mark had figured out that Daro'Mei was a werewolf, because he was kind enough to keep her secret for her. Also probably because, you know, he didn't want to get killed, but he didn't say anything like that. And also, like, you know, I'm sure that he didn't actually feel like he would by Daro'Mei. But anyway, because they've been becoming better and better friends, Daro'Mei is like, hey, instead of me just constantly hiring you, let's just be partners. Let's be adventuring partners. We work together well so far. So let's just instead of you only getting like 500 each time we work together, we can split what we earn, so that it's more, I forgot what it's called, more lucrative for him. And he agreed to that, at least like in in the story in my head. So yeah, so, and because of that, you know, they've just become closer and closer friends. Like better friends. He's, you know, done a lot less of the super snarky things where it's like, oh, I'm better than you, blah blah blah. But anyway, he still has some sass in it. It is hilarious. Anyway, so because they've been able to like raise enough money, he's been able to pay off some of his debts, and he's able to go back to Winterhold, and he's pretty excited to continue his learning now.
This is better than sitting around talking about magic, don't you think?
And here we all are. Shall we step inside?
This is exciting, isn't it?
So he's not in the...
Always encouraging to see the younger generations embracing education.
This is better than sitting around talking about magic, don't you think?
So like he's not, you know, in the same class as Daro'Mei, but he probably like hang out or like aid some of the teachers. I just don't want to let him go back to Riften at the moment, just because like I know I'm going to need him again sooner or later.
The college will be here for you no matter what. We always look after our own.
This is exciting, isn't it? Why? Because it's old and full of dead things? Clearly you've never spent any time in Morrowind.
Yeah, Morrowind is a pretty dangerous place.
I'd better get going.
Have you, by chance, seen my research notes? I seem to have misplaced them.
Okay, so we can train alteration and magic.
Anything at all that might be of interest. That's why I adore this location. We have no idea what we're going to find. And if along the way my message about the dangers of magic should happen to sink in for a few students, that would be a happy coincidence.
This is on purpose, dude. Oh, goodness. Apparently we can buy things from him.
We're particularly interested in the prevalence of magical seals placed on the tombs here. It's rather unlike anything we've encountered. Take a look.
I'm curious if he has... Okay, so he has adept stuff. Adept. Mark, you don't have a hood. Maybe we can give him a hood. I don't know. Apprentice. Novice. Huh. He does not have expert or master.
Mm-hmm. Divine smile on you, friend. I am an apprenticed wizard, not a pack mule. Oh, very well, but make it quick.
Cool down, I'm giving you something. Keep that big head of yours warm. There you go.
You lead, I'll follow.
This is exciting, isn't it?
The college will be here for you no matter what. We always look after our own. All right. Please stay close to me while we're inside. It should be safe, but it's always better to be cautious.
Where are Onmund and Zargo? Huh. They'll probably show up inside. They're supposed to, at least. Yep, there's Onmund.
As some of you may know, Saarthal was one of the earliest Nord settlements in Skyrim. It was also the largest. Sacked by the elves in the infamous Night of Tears, not much is known about what happened to Saarthal. This is an exciting opportunity for us to be able to study such an early civilization and the magics they use.
This is exciting, isn't it?
Well, are there any questions before we begin?
Remember to check behind you every once in a while. Who knows what might try to sneak up on us.
Ah, yes. Well, why don't you see if you can assist Arniel Gain? He's one of our scholars, here working on cataloging our finds. I expect he'd appreciate some help in locating any additional magical artifacts here in the ruins. Any enchanted items will do. The usefulness of the enchantment is irrelevant. If you find anything, the class can look it over. Now let's see. What shall we have the rest of you do? Brelyna, my dear, why don't you search for warding magics? Anything designed to keep people out. Don't interact with them, just identify them. All right, everyone. Let's be careful, but have fun.
Oh, there it is.
I wonder if everyone else would be so happy to rifle through the bones of their ancestors. All right, then. Can you imagine what it was like living here so long ago? The first men in Tamriel. Here. No. There's no chance anyone in authority approved this. Our ancestors should be allowed to rest in peace. Hopefully, we can learn something from the experience. How the ancient Nords used magic. Maybe even what happened to this place. I'd better get going.
I'm not seeing signs of any warding magics at all. Either they're not here, or they were removed long ago.
Nothing.
Can you imagine what it was like living here
Did
so long
Toftir
ago?
fall down?
First men in Tamriel. Here.
Do you think there's treasure here? Something to make J'zargo a powerful wizard? J'zargo finds nothing but dust in these ruins. Because Toftir says so. He says there are things to learn here. Swift hunting.
Can you imagine what it was like living here
I'm
so
not
long
seeing
ago?
signs of any warding
First men
magics
in
at all.
Tamriel.
Either they're not here, or they were removed long ago.
Please
All
be
right,
careful
Can you
here.
imagine what it was like
The site
living
isn't
here so
entirely
long ago?
secured.
The first
Yeah,
men
it's
in
just barely
Tamriel.
opened.
Here.
Okay.
All right, then.
Can you imagine what it was like living here so long ago? The first men in Tamriel. Here.
Yeah, poor Onmund. He's like, we're basically grave robbing my ancestors. Poor guy. Doesn't like it.
Well, certainly none of this will benefit my research.
Like that. I'll bet these walls could tell some amazing stories.
Well, I can ask him about Uncommon.
He asked far too many questions about my research. I think the Thalmor are trying to steal my work. I haven't told him anything, of course. What I'm doing is far too important. Can't breathe a word of it. What? Ah, yes, you. I remember you. You're going to help? That's fine, just don't make a mess of my work. I've only looked through a portion of this section. You can look around in the chambers just north of here. Try and be careful, all right? We don't want to damage anything. All right, then.
Enchanted ring. Another ring. And another ring. Amulet.
What in the world was that racket? Is everything all right? How in the world did that happen? Really? Perhaps the amulet is important somehow. Is there some way you can use it?
Okay. Am I supposed to wear it? There we go. Spells cast 3% less. Spells cost 3% less. Okay. Wear that. Where did those enchanted rings go? Just curious. Oh, they're not showing up. Okay.
Do you see that? Some kind of resonance. You and the wall. It must be connected to the amulet. I wonder, what effect might your spells have?
I don't know.
Well, this is highly unusual and very interesting. Why in the world would this be sealed off? What is this place?
Hold, mage, and listen well. Know that you have set in motion a chain of events that cannot be stopped. Judgment has not been passed, as you had no way of knowing. Judgment will be passed on your actions to come, and how you deal with the dangers ahead of you. This warning is passed to you because the psyjic order believes in you. You, mage, and you alone, have the potential to prevent disaster. Take great care, and know that the order is watching.
These ruins might be in
I swear I felt something rather strange just then. What just happened? I'm afraid I didn't see anything. Can you tell me more about what you saw?
Is it something about danger ahead and psyjic order?
The psyjic order? Are you quite sure about that? That's very odd. And danger ahead? Why, that doesn't make any sense at all. The psyjics have no connection to these ruins, and no one's seen any of their order in a long time. Perhaps we should take a look inside these coffins. Now, please do be careful. Who knows what we're going to find?
You're gonna find Angry Draugr. Anyway.
They were a group of mages with a history that predates the Empire. Very powerful, very secretive. No one's seen them in well over 100 years. They vanished, along with their sanctuary on the Isle of Artaeum. I have no idea what connection they'd have to this place. I have no idea, but it's fascinating. Assuming it's true, of course. The Isle of Artaeum disappeared over 100 years ago, and no one has seen them since. And yet now, suddenly, they've chosen to contact you. Why, it's intriguing. If nothing else, I'd take it as a compliment. The psyjics have only ever dealt with those they feel worthy. Take care now. Over here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna...
This is simply fascinating.
You've never seen Draugr before? Okay. I guess probably not. Anyway. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna loot the Draugr in front of Onmund. It's too tempting.
Be prepared to defend yourself.
Oh, hi.
What are you doing that for?
He pushed me. Oh, that's a lot of coffins. Oh, that's the explosion Daro'Mei was talking about.
I've never seen anything like this in Nordic ruins before. Why, just look at all these coffins. This bears closer inspection. I'd like to stay a while and examine this. You, however, should press on. I've never seen anything like this in Nordic ruins before. Why, just look at all these coffins. This bears closer inspection.
There's more down there.
I'd like to stay a while and examine this. You, however, should press on. See if you can find whatever this vision of yours mentioned. But if it is truly dangerous, be careful. Go on ahead. I'll be sure and catch up with you before long. This is simply fascinating.
Let's go and make a hard save. And you know what? This video has been going on for a really long time. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here and then restart it. Bye!